Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is a bit of a pessimist. They don't really believe that things could go their way or that people will do right by them. They expect the worst and expect people to disappoint them. We have the Pumpkin Patch card from the Path of Shadows, and it says, "You will only taste the sour if you don't seek for the sweet. Share your fruits wisely, lest you sow regrets too deep." So this is about not just seeing everything as an opportunity to be disappointed, but they also seem to have this perspective because they either see a lot of people share things that they shouldn't, or they themselves have felt some sort of betrayal because they were generous or they were sharing with somebody that didn't really return the favor. So this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is about somebody that is potentially going to miss an opportunity because they are too focused on being a realist, which is maybe more of like a pessimist. They don't want to buy into something that is fake, but they risk losing something that is real because they are so focused on what's wrong with the situation. So let's conspire with a little bit of wind chime time. Just a little bit more. I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We're gonna pull a few more from the Rider-Waite. I don't normally pull from two different, I had Path of Shadows and from the Rider-Waite for the first two cards, but it felt like I needed to identify a little bit more who the individual was. Excuse me. And this is somebody who has felt a lot of loss in their life. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing? Oh, wow. So it looks like this person who expects the worst is about to encounter an earth angel. We've got Temperance and the Queen of Cups. Very positive, light-filled, like I hear giggles, loving energy. Someone who changes for the better the mood of the room they walk into. Someone who exudes generosity or a genuine care for others. They may be involved in activism or social work or volunteering, or they're just seen as somebody that you can go to for advice. This person who holds back and doesn't believe that there are a lot of good people out there, or really any, is about to meet this person or see this person. For some of you, this could be an established acquaintance. And for others, this is the first time they're meeting. What else do we have? The Fool, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like this is, if it's somebody that you have met before, you didn't really get to know them very much. And the call to action is you better really know what you're talking about before you assume the worst of someone, because you might miss out on a really good friend or a really a lovely person that wants to love you. So with the Nine of Swords, we could have somebody that is already worried that they have messed this up or that they have assumed the worst and then lost out on this friendship or this romance. But it's coming across to me more so as this is a warning. Hello, WJ. How are we doing? Hello, Carlos. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Mountain Girl. How are you doing? What else do we have? Five of Pentacles and a Six of Swords. This Queen of Cups individual, you'll have to identify, obviously, which you resonate with. But there's one person who seems to expect things not to go well and another person who's quite positive. Despite, because it looks like this Queen of Cups has gone through some disappointment or betrayals of their own. This is somebody who you would describe as, oh, they don't have a chip on their shoulder. They've been, dealing with a lot of BS, but they still find a way to make people laugh, or they still find a way to, find purpose and be a good influence. They balance things out and they know how to stay calm. One of the things that I associate with the Queen of Cups, because it does talk about emotions, is somebody who can steel themselves or be a bit stoic, even though they're emotional, through difficult times because they've already experienced those difficult times. So I don't know how many of you might have seen the John Adams series, but I think it's Laura Linney, I think that's her name, plays the wife, Abigail. And she's the example in my mind right now of somebody who can remain calm, but also communicate a lot without saying a ton of words. So very emotive, but it's not a lack of control over those emotions. I display the emotions that I feel are appropriate, or I hold myself back when I feel like I need to, but I will tell you how I feel. This Queen of Cups has left some not so great situation, or is moving into a much more successful or secure part of their life after this Five of Pentacles. Because we have the Temperance being clarified by this, right? They have created some peace or harmony in their life after feeling betrayed or feeling like things were a bit difficult. But with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles, it feels to me like our expecting the worst individual is more likely to say nothing or do nothing when they encounter this Queen of Cups than anything else. Because they will look at this Queen of Cups, even if they completely captivate this Four of Pentacles, they're going to look at it like, I could say something or I could try to get to know you, but you're just going to disappoint me. It's not a matter of if, but when. So obviously pessimistic, right? Nobody could make me happy, therefore I won't try, therefore I don't have to risk anything. Hello, Voyager, how are you doing? But they can either be right or they can be happy. It's a tough choice, right? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. So there's a lot of healing that this Four of Pentacles has been doing. I just don't really want to call you the Fool because I don't want it to get like mislabeled. I don't want you to feel like I'm insulting you. But this person who thinks everything's going to turn out poorly, they're this Four of Pentacles Fool energy. But the Fool isn't always like, oh, you're just dumb. No, this is more so you have an opportunity to look at things differently. You have an opportunity as this Four of Pentacles to encounter a beautiful energy with this Queen of Cups and heal a part of you that you have long avoided healing. Because for you, whoever resonates with that Four of Pentacles, once you get past this barrier that has made you expect everything to turn out for the worst or for people to always betray you, you reach a new level of success. You ascend to a next level when you let go of that pessimism, when you let go of that assumption that everyone's out to get you or everyone's going to betray you. But you can't get there if you don't heal it. So this Queen of Cups is like really doing you a solid. They're like, hey, so I hear you don't believe in me. like, I'm a unicorn. You don't believe in me. Well, I'm going to show up. I'm going to shake your hand. You can take a couple pictures with me. Just make sure it's my good side. So this Queen of Cups shows up to teach this Four of Pentacles. You have to acknowledge that there's still some good out there. There's still some good people out there. Or the universe is going to be like, fine. We'll give you what you expect. That's why your thought processes are important. It may seem innocuous. It may seem not really a big deal to, in your own mind, expect things that are not great, or to think about yourself in not very positive terms. But that's a little thing that you have control over, that you could change every day, that I think you would see positive results from. Yeah. So we have number 21, the mountain, and number 16, the stars. Do you still dream? Do you still think about what you want to happen? Do you ever picture it? Do you take action towards that dream? This is the universe's way of saying, hey, you wanted to know if there are good things out here. We're going to show you one of them. We're going to let you meet an earth angel, somebody who is very kind. And we're going to see how you handle it. We're going to see if you just pick this person apart and look for reasons to not love them, or if you're going to concede, I was wrong. There are good people out there. We'll see. But it's definitely a challenge. So the movie, oh crap, now I can't remember what it's called. Shirtless dude, McConaughey and Kate Hudson. I think that's her name, right? Both enter into a bet with like their work people and their friends on either making someone fall in love with them or making them break up with them in like 10 days, right? Is it Halloween? No? Is it the same thing? Now I'm mixing it up with like the Heath Ledger one, but kind of feels to me like almost like it's a rom-com. Like this person doesn't want to think it could actually be like that. Like that, it just feels like a movie, therefore it has to be fake. Strength, death, King of Pentacles. This Queen of Cups has gone through a challenge that looks a lot like an ego death, or looks a lot like a dark night of the soul. It has prompted them to transform in a very healthy way that I think makes people maybe a little bit underestimate them. They may not appreciate just how strong this Queen of Cups is. May kind of feel like this person's just, you know, nice, sweet, but don't mess with them. Our Four of Pentacles is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Are you going to be stubborn? Do you really need to be right? Or are you willing to admit that there are potentially some good people out there? I think it requires, yes, How to Lose a Guy in Today's, thank you. It requires a bit of introspection, right? Why am I acting this way? Why do I always assume this? Maybe this person's actually nice. But it requires a little back and forth, a little indecision. What else do we have? Ten of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Page of Swords. So this is a test, and you maybe don't like it, but that's what this is. To the King of Pentacles, can you Acknowledge that something is beautiful. If it means, then you might be able to be happy. Or are you more interested in proving that you're right and everybody is not very kind? This Wheel of Fortune talks about karma. So this is, it's like a lending hand, trying to help this King of Pentacles up out of this kind of dark cloud. Help them to see where the sun actually touches the grass. Like maybe you would like it a little bit more up here, but the King of Pentacles may only believe in clouds. Devil in the reverse, Two of Cups. Somebody starts falling in love with the Queen of Cups. There are definitely moments of resistance. I don't want to fall in love. I don't want this person to become important to me. But the Queen of Cups is very charming and endearing. And in some situations, probably irresistible. So this King of Pentacles is struggling. Like, which way do I go? Do I run away because for sure this person's going to hurt me? Or do I stick around and see if maybe I can create some more memories because they really enjoy spending time with this person? Hello, Peggy. What's going on? King of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Pentacles. So I appreciate that the King of Pentacles also has this King of Wands energy. The fire energy is about action. The Moon and the Nine of Pentacles are both a reference to secrets, intuition, gravitational pull. I think that this King of Wands is starting to realize that there is a real magnetism or a pull between the two, in part because they feel this Queen of Cups is genuine. So it's becoming more real. Maybe a little bit difficult for this King of Wands to distract themselves or focus on other things because they're captivated. But then there is some friend or family member that they talk to about this Queen of Cups. Some friend who has a very similar perspective or is also quite pessimistic, who says, oh, you're still seeing that person? That's like a record for you or something, right? So you're just waiting for them to hurt you? It's like they're purposefully trying to ask certain things to get this King of Wands to walk away from the relationship. So this could be a person who benefits from the King of Wands being single. They go out, party together, or maybe there's a secret crush. Maybe they benefit because if you're single, there's more time for you to help me around the house. Something like that. This is the situations deck. Sad, broken, feeling alone. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings, roller coaster, adrenaline, rush, and highest high. So we have quite the peaks and valleys, especially with the Mountain card, for this King of Pentacles, King of Wands. This is somebody who's realizing they had one of the best times of their life getting to know this Queen of Cups, and then walked away from it because someone suggested it was a little bit unusual that they were spending this much time with somebody. So they started to feel trapped by their own feelings and ran away, but now they're feeling alone, wishing they had not walked away from the Queen of Cups thinking back on the memories that they made with this person. You know, typical rom-com stuff, like maybe you really did go to a pumpkin patch, maybe you went on a cute little boat trip, maybe you went horseback riding, or, you know, got a charcuterie. Y'all, memories, I'm telling you, they're like living in the past right now. Reminiscing, memories, and returning. Synchronicities and anxiety in the reverse. The memories and the little signs this King of Pentacles, King of Wands is seeing, or, you know, repeatedly seeing, are meant to calm them, but also remind them of what happened with them and the Queen of Cups. So it's a decision. Am I going to stay how I have been and agree with my friend? Or am I going to pursue something with the Queen of Cups? Remember not to get too hung up on those genders. We all have masculine and feminine energy. So that could be anyone. All right, this is the Kipper. Let's see what else we've got for you. Journey, number 10. Thoughts, number 16. Oops. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm thinking about driving to you, flying to you, biking to you, roller skating to you, skateboarding to you. I'm thinking about coming to visit you because I miss you. Do you see the little lady in the mirror? And I realize now that the reason I walked away, or the reason things ended, was because I was trying to appease the people around me, or I was too concerned with external validation. Sudden wealth in the reverse. I realize now just how much colder it is away from the sunlight, because this Queen of Cups brought happiness, or kind of pushed away that dark cloud for this kind of pessimistic King of Wands. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. What else do we have? Justice. Death in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. The karmic justice for this King of Wands who doubted love, or doubted that there were people out there that wanted to be kind to them, is an undying love. You didn't believe in love, so we're going to show you just how powerful it is. We're going to show you just how much it can take over, just how difficult it is to forget somebody when you fall in love. Because you didn't want to believe that it existed. You didn't want to believe it was real. Well, we'll show you. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse. Four of Wands in the reverse. Now that there's been some distance, some sadness, some separation, this King of Wands, who is in love with this Queen of Cups they walked away from, is finding that it's much less satisfying or entertaining for them to pursue the things that they pursued before they knew this Queen of Cups. Their work doesn't interest them as much. They're dissatisfied in terms of the connections that they have. They're really not very motivated. Winning doesn't really matter. If their sports team wins, they're like, none of the jumping up and the screaming. No. And they've started to isolate themselves from the friends that they made this decision to please. maybe I shouldn't tell you what's going on in my life because y'all are a bad influence. You made me make this choice. It's still your choice, by the way. But we do have to acknowledge that we are all influenced to some extent by external people, things, right? Hello, William. How are you doing? Hello, Fox. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. 10 of Swords in the reverse again. Ace of Swords in the reverse. It's not fun to get to the point where you realize that the people you have considered your close friends or your confidants have either lied to you or they are just woefully lost. They view the world in a distorted way and you can't change that. Or they're comfortable being dishonest with you to serve their own ends. Neither is very attractive, but that's what this King of Pentacles, King of Wands is finding with their community. I thought I could trust you. That was probably kind of silly. So those that were warning me about whether I could trust the Queen of Cups were the ones that maybe I couldn't trust all along. Hello, Voyager. How are you doing? Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. So now that I have the benefit of looking back and seeing how things really played out, I can see that when I made that decision, it was really my friends or my community isolating me or pulling me back because it benefited them. It was a sabotage. It was me not being willing to defend something that I really did want, or a refusal on my part to alter my worldview because I'd rather be right. Sometimes this Nine of Wands is that person who's willing to like die on the hill for that particular belief. Now I know all Swiss cheese comes from the moon. And you can't prove it otherwise. I'm not going to change my mind. Okay, we're going to test that. Hello, Tarek. How we doing? Hello, Rachel. How's your afternoon? I think it's afternoon for most everyone. We've got 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, Star in the reverse. If there were let's put it this way. If this King of Pentacles, King of Wands was considered popular, successful, powerful, influential, in other words, if there were potentially clout chasers or people that wanted to be around them for the wrong reasons, they know now, every single one of them, because they have lost a little luster. They don't have the same brilliance anymore. This could be somebody who feels like their job trajectory or their career has plateaued. There's not much else they can do or even started to decline. Maybe they just have to tighten the purse strings a little bit, be a little bit more frugal. But they have noticed that there are people they would have considered friends or maybe even people within their family they thought they could rely on. And those people disappear right along with that money. If there aren't any benefits in it, then I don't want to be around you. What's in it for me? It's a little bit of a selfish way to look at it, right? King of Wands in the reverse. King of Swords, Chariot. So now that my fortunes have fallen, now that I am not someone you can use, you are no longer by my side. You are no longer my friend. You are no longer interested in what I do with my time because I can't contribute to what you need. I guess I should have seen that one coming. But I wish I had seen that one before I decided to walk away from that Queen of Cups. Because I did that because you told me I should. Maybe there's still time to fix it. The Chariot. But I know, King of Swords, I know if that happens, I'm going to have like a little bit of like, I'm not trying to sound prejudiced, but I watch a lot of I Love Lucy. You'll have a lot of explaining to do because, you know, Lucy was always making fun of Ricky, right? This is somebody who's like, I get it. I know you're going to be mad at me. And I'm going to have to tell you some things I don't really want to tell you, but if it makes things better, then it's probably worth it, right? Yeah. All right. This shirt's way too big for me, guys. Sorry. It's like, I had to like roll up the sleeves. But it's a skull, so I can't like not wear it. Hello, Geek Controller. What's going on? What else do we have? Knight of Swords. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. All right. A belief closely held that is being discarded because they have realized the truth. They are no longer in denial. Three of Cups, in part because they learned real life lessons, okay? Face to face, real things that happened with the Queen of Cups and their friends, their community. I trusted the wrong side. I trusted the people that I shouldn't have. And I let go of the person that was actually trying to do right by me. So we have kind of like a reassessment. Who do I actually want in my life? Who can I trust? Apparently I could trust this Queen of Cups, but I didn't really do that well. As Lucy would say, ooh. Oops. Hello, DeMarco. How are you doing? What else do we have? Hello, Bobby. We have the Hierophant. Eight of Pentacles. Empress in the reverse. So if I've realized and admitted to myself that I'm actually in love with this Queen of Cups and that what I really want is to see that person again or be near them, be with them, then I have some work to do. And the first step is I need to address how I view the world, what I believe to be true, what I believe to be possible. Do I have some spiritual beliefs or some desire to make things better? This is a spiritual awakening. What do I believe about myself and what do I believe about the nature of man, of humans, of love? Because I guess I got it wrong. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. And it made me look like an Empress in the reverse, like somebody who takes what they want from a situation and then runs away, or doesn't communicate in a way that is transparent or genuine. So they know there's a lot of work here. I messed up. I should not have treated this Queen of Cups the way that I did. I don't know if they're going to forgive me, Star in the reverse. Because what I did was reject their very sweet offer. Maybe they're in particular worried about the response they had. I was so, short. I was so rude. I was immature. I didn't say anything back, or I ghosted. How could I have done that? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I hope you don't do to me what I did to you. And leave me out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. Even though I know you are more positive, more considerate, and more loving than I ever was to you, I'm still worried that you're going to treat me the exact same way I treated you. And maybe I would deserve it. They're nervous. Is there a way to apologize for this? Is there a way to impart how I truly feel without it coming across as some illusion or some grand scheme? This cat looking into the fishbowl is the King of Wands thinking about their emotions, thinking about the world. It's different now. I didn't know it was like this. I saw things so it was like darker, right? I didn't think there were good things out there. And then I met this Queen of Cups. And I want that feeling back, but I know that there's a pretty decent chance this Queen of Cups is going to laugh at me if I say, hey, so you know how I told you I wasn't interested? I'm actually totally in love with you. Funny, weird, right? Yeah. Should we go get a taco? We could talk about it? No? Maybe? Dr. Pepper? Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. We have the World. Can we just talk about how fucking adorable it is that the cat is on top of the world? Because if you have something important sitting on that coffee table, or if you have something delicious on your kitchen table, they might sit on it. They might push it off the table. It's sitting on top of the world. I think that's adorable. We got the World and the Queen of Wands. This is our King of Wands. And this is why it's important not to get too focused on the gender of the cards, right? This King of Wands is now leveraging the feminine side that they have within them in this Queen of Wands form, which is, I know I got some confidence in here somewhere. I'm just gonna have to dig in here, some books, old silverware. Ah, there's the confidence. Okay. Just slap it on like it's a scarf. Okay. Now we're ready. Now we can go have this conversation. So they realize that it's important to approach the conversation from a healthy mindset. Maybe there's healing or work that they feel they need to do before they talk to this Queen of Cups. They know I need to be in a pretty decent place before I talk to this person. They're going to be able to see right through me. Three of Pentacles, Five of Cups in the reverse. And they're probably going to judge me based on the people that I was hanging out with. I might have to actually tell this Queen of Cups, I'm no longer friends with those people because they gave me bad advice about you. Because they ran out on me when I didn't have the money they wanted. Because when I stopped paying for their drinks or, feeding them, they decided they didn't like me anymore. When I stopped introducing them to, producers or whatever, they decided they didn't care about me anymore. King of Wands in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. I hit a rough spot. I had a difficult time the last couple of weeks, couple months, maybe a couple of years. And those people that I prioritized, they don't care about me anymore. I see what their real motivations were. Their real motivations were money. And you were loyal for the right reasons. You actually just wanted to be good to someone. The other people wanted to figure out what I could pay for or how they could, use me as a stepping stone. Ace of Swords in the reverse. But how do I get this Queen of Cups to believe me? As I was saying Queen of Cups, she came out. So this Queen of Cups is going to assume I'm lying, right? Hi, Sky High. How are you doing today? I like it, Lion. How do I explain myself so that this Queen of Cups can see that I'm being honest? This is the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have? Spirits and self. The other side, souls, veil, mediumship, and contact. Some of you got a message that might have been a little spooky for you. Some of you had a dream about somebody that's passed away, and they told you better get your ish together. You have like a little sassy grandma or something? Self, inner temple, gentle, pamper, disconnect, and self-love. They aren't your friends. So don't choose unhappiness for their benefit. This King of Pentacles is realizing the right path was there all along, and they walked right past it because they were too focused on, the surface level things in their life. What makes me popular? What makes me money? But all that glitters is not gold. Enlightenment, emergence, insight, growth, illumination, and clear path. And vivid, imagination, lucidity. That's the important one. Creativity, visions, and clairvoyance. So I'm not buying into the illusion anymore. I'm not seeing things as good or bad. I appreciate that there's a spectrum, right? And that maybe this Queen of Cups is actually pretty genuine. So we've got free, travel, explore, wild, uninhibited, and adventure. I think they're traveling to visit this Queen of Cups. Life is now, because they realize they may not have another opportunity to make this work or to have this conversation. Even if you're not interested in me romantically at this point, it's important for me and for my growth that I apologize to you and tell you I appreciate you. Or maybe even, maybe they feel it's important that I tell you that I love you, especially if they hesitated to or outright denied it when they were feeling it initially. All right, this is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Let's see what else we got for you. Celebrations. We've got that card out of two different oracles. So where there had been plenty of parties or celebrations in the past, this celebration hits different. This celebration is more genuine. I see happy tears from the King of Pentacles. I should have called it. I really did feel it was going to be divine love. So this is something that at a very important time in this King of Pentacles, King of Wands life, they find hope and peace and love. So feels like a Christmas movie, but it's not Christmas anymore, you guys. Yeah, it feels like a very nice hug and somebody that's very happy to see them. And we got a lot to catch up on, that kind of thing. So use your discernment, because there's going to be a decision. Are you going to forgive this person and then, like, go your separate ways? Or are you actually interested in a love connection? Because it does seem like there's a love offer in there somewhere, So intuition. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you and the subscribes. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.